ten majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being with us today. I'm John Coleman. I'm the Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, and it is my great pleasure to welcome parents and families, supporters and friends to this very special day, as well as our distinguished guests on the stage, Regent Randy Simonson, Senior Vice President for Finance and Operations, Brian Burnett, and Vice Provost and Dean of Undergraduate Education, Robert McMaster. Thank you all for being with us today. Most especially, and most importantly, welcome, class of 2019, to the rest of your life. All of our graduating classes are special, of course, but you have the distinction of graduating as we celebrate 150 years as a college. From 1869 to 2019, 150 years and quite a legacy. In that time, CLA has changed tremendously, as has the world around us. In 1869, the institution we now know as the College of Liberal Arts at the University of Minnesota was in its first year. The Civil War had ended just 4 years prior. Minnesota, as a state, was 11 years old. And though women attended the University of Minnesota in 1869, they did not yet have the right to vote in Minnesota. In 1917, World War I was raging in Europe, and America entered the fight. The first ever Pulitzer Prizes were awarded. And for the first time, CLA implemented standardized admittance policies and overall standards for the college. In 1954, Koya Knutson became the first Minnesota woman elected to the Congress of the United States. 9 years later, the College of Science, Literature, and the Arts became the College of Liberal Arts. In 1969, man landed on the moon. That same year, students on campus occupied Morrill Hall, a pivotal and vital moment which ushered in an era of greater inclusivity at the U of M, from the makeup of our student body to the disciplines that we teach. 50 years later, here we are, at the tail end of a remarkable legacy. And what will the next 50 years or 100 or 150 years bring? What will the world look like then? What will be the challenges of those times? What will be the same, and how will the College of Liberal Arts change? Now, of course, there's no way to say with any certainty how to answer those questions. The world will change in ways we can't even imagine. But while we can't predict what will come, I want to share with you 3 things that I know for sure. The first is the College of Liberal Arts' primary mission will always be to give back and do the most good it can do for others. And that is rooted in our very foundation. 150 years ago, CLA was founded as a land-grant institution, a land-grant college. The vision of the land-grant system was to empower individuals who would then go on to empower their communities. This vision was about extending the learning of a liberal arts education to a larger population in a growing country. It was profoundly democratizing at its core, spreading skills and knowledge beyond the elite levels of society. The land-grant tradition will always be about educating individuals for their own good, but also for the good of communities. As a college, we will always aim to be better, to train the finest minds, to graduate the most accomplished students, not to pat ourselves on the back, but because the better we are at our work, the better our research, the more ready our graduates, the greater good we can do. As long as CLA is around, I know that that will remain the core of who we are, a liberal arts institution providing an education for the betterment of individuals, families, and future generations. The second thing that I know is that the future of CLA's legacy of service is very bright, and that's because of you. In your time at CLA, you have learned about people, places, and viewpoints vastly different from your own, and to see the world through others' eyes. One of the most powerful assets you can bring with you to the world of employment and the world beyond. You have practiced how to disagree respectfully. You've become confident enough to innovate and create solutions while remaining humble enough to learn from others. You have come to understand that success is measured not just by what individuals accomplish, but by how much they contribute to others. You've taken all of that, all that you've learned here, and you have already used it to be of service. Class of 2019, I'm not sure you know just how special you are with regard to service. Among you, you have logged many thousands of volunteer and internship hours at organizations like Advocates for Human Rights, the Minnesota Department of Health, the Science Museum of Minnesota, and the Special Olympics, just to name a very few. You've worked in the offices of state and federal elected officials. You've conducted research on topics from drug addiction relapse to psycholinguistics to monetary policy. You've worked on issues such as hunger, homelessness, environmental protection, human trafficking, domestic violence, and much more. You've led organizations and efforts on and off campus, proving yourself to be leaders in every sense of the word. You are already changemakers. And in the years to come, I know you will take your knowledge and experience and continue to push, to question, to create, and most of all, to contribute to the well-being of those around you. You are precisely the kind of students the land-grant creators envisioned 150 years ago when they created this institution and this college. You will be our ambassadors, and the future of CLA's legacy of contribution and giving could not be in better hands. The last thing I know is that the future for everyone is bright because of you. You graduate at a time when your work, whatever it will be, has the potential to have enormous impact on some of the most pressing problems we face today, from polarized politics to poverty to disease prevention and beyond. But because of your liberal arts education, your liberal arts advantage, I know you'll have the ability to ask creative questions to help us size up and resolve these challenges. Because of what you have learned here, I know you'll be able to analyze disparities and conflicts, to place them in historical, economic, and social context. I know you will gather, interpret, share, communicate, debate, and express ideas and information. I know you will offer direction and clarity in the face of what others might perceive as insurmountable obstacles. I don't give in to doomsday depictions or pessimistic views of the future at all, because here I stand in front of you, and I know the future is bright because of you and what you bring to the world and what you've already shown you can do. I stand before all the wonderful things you've already accomplished, and I'm already quite proud. You make me, those of us here on the stage, and your family, friends, and supporters in the stands hopeful and not fearful for what the future will bring. I started out talking about our 150-year-old legacy in CLA. But let me end by saying that, of course, the future is not written. The past is only there to remind us how far we've come and how far we have to go. Your legacy is your own. And what you've begun in your years here at CLA, it's already great. Yours is a legacy of excellence, of giving back, and of service. 150 years ago, CLA was founded with a vision of a liberal arts education to be used as a tool toward a better life for all. 150 years ago, CLA was more a dream than a reality. It was small, untested, and unproved. You are the fruition of 150 years of hard work and passion by those who preceded you. 150 years of dedication and brilliance. 150 years of questioning, how can we be better? Where are we going, and where should we go next? Today, we send you out with that legacy in hand. We send you out to carry the message on, and we send you to live out the principles of that legacy. Graduates, I thank you for what you have already done for our college and for our communities, and I can't wait to see what you will do out in the world in the future. Congratulations, class of 2019. Graduates, I now invite you to join us in taking a moment to thank some special people. You and I both know you didn't get here without the support and encouragement of people close to you. We want to thank the community that has played an important part in getting you here today, your friends and families, your professors and advisors, and many others. They have provided patience, understanding, and support, maybe sometimes, when appropriate, a little bit of prodding or pushing. Graduates, please join me in giving them a round of applause. As we all know, next weekend is Memorial Day. That is a day that we remember and honor those who gave their lives in military service to the country. At this time, I would like to invite all current members of the military and all veterans in the audience and on the floor to please stand so that we can thank you for your service. Thank you very much. And nothing gives me more pleasure than to recognize the outstanding achievements of CLA's talented students. And I have done that for all of you, and now I would like to introduce you to one of your fellow classmates. It is a special treat to introduce our student speaker, Valeria Sanchez. Valeria is a first-generation college student. She was born and raised in California and calls herself a proud Valley girl. CLA was not Valeria's first college. It wasn't even her second university experience. It was her third. But in her words, she says, "I finally found the perfect fit." Her list of accomplishments while here at CLA bears that out. demonstrating not only excellence in her academics, but leadership fueled by her passion for social justice. She has served as the Philanthropy and Advocacy Director of La Raza Student Cultural Center and created the first Latinx Student Achievement Conference called Yo Te Veo. She was also a program peer advisor at the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. program. She served as a volunteer at the Advocates for Human Rights and Navigate Minnesota, a millennial-driven Latinx based organization that builds power for gender, racial, and economic justice. Valeria graduates today with a major in sociology, with minors in Chicano and Latino studies, comparative U.S. race and ethnicity, and political science. She plans to move back home and work in the fields of social justice and immigrant rights. She embodies CLA's mission of excellence and service, and it is a great pleasure to have her as our student speaker today. Please join me in welcoming Valeria Sanchez.
Thank you, Dean Coleman. I'm honored and humbled to be giving this speech today. But before I begin, I would like to take a moment and acknowledge the land that we are all standing on today and where this university resides. Recognizing that this is the land of the Dakota and Ojibwe nations, and out of respect, let us remember that this will forever be their land and that of the communities of color that have and will forever make this land great. Now, welcome honored guests, faculty, friends, and family. Bienvenidos, invitados, docentes, amigos y familiares honores. But most importantly, welcome, class of 2019. We made it. Lo logramos. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at all of y'all and I'm incredibly nervous to give this speech, but yet so incredibly excited, just as how I assume all of you feel right about now. Incredibly nervous and terrified for what the future holds after this day, yet so incredibly excited to know that the world is quite literally at your fingertips and that you get to decide what to do with it. Whether it be to continue your education in graduate school, travel the world, or to take some time for yourself to figure out what you want to do. And no matter what you decide to do, remember to do it with great passion and that everything will truly be okay. Writing this speech was a bit troublesome because I seriously didn't know how to go about it. Because it has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with us. So, this speech is dedicated to those of us who are Indigenous and people of color, immigrants, first generation, single parents, LGBTQIA+, and the rest of those who reside in the margins or are blessed to have more than one of these identities. So I'm gonna do this the best way that I know how. Spoken word. If you know me, you know I love me my spoken word. Because words speak louder than actions. I mean, actions speak louder than words, right? until it's the words of those that told us we couldn't do it, the words of the institutions that told us we were never good enough, not brave enough, not American enough, that our words aren't comprehensible because they carry something that others can't quite understand. Un poquito sazón, to say the least. But it was the words of our professors, our faculty, our friends, our mentors, our family, that broke this coded language that has been used for generations to keep us down and bury us. But little did they know we were seeds, beautiful, marvelous, genius seeds. And from those seeds stemmed our actions, actions that allowed us to survive, actions where we took it upon ourselves to speak in and outside of that classroom for what we believed in, actions that helped us find our passions, actions that forced us to fall and fall and fall again in order for us to rise and rise and rise again until the sun can't rise no more because you're the sun. So I'm here to tell you to shine bright, brighter than a diamond. Shine your brightest in the face of adversity. Shine so bright that they never wish to dim your light in the first place. And remember, it takes an entire village to raise a child. So here's my thank you to my village. Thank you to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Advising Program for being my home away from home and pushing me to be as loud as I can be and as proud as I can be for that melanin in my skin and reminding me that no one is truly free until we are all free. Thank you to my sisters at La Raza Student Cultural Center for letting me be my true, authentic Latina self and reminding me that Spanglish is most definitely a language. Gracias a mis padres, Laura y Amador Sánchez, por sacrificar todo y cruzar fronteras para que yo pueda cruzar esta etapa. Thank you to my parents, Laura y Amador Sánchez, for sacrificing everything and crossing borders so that I could cross this stage. This degree is for you. Este título es para ustedes, mami y papi, lo hicimos. So what I'm trying to say is to find your village, because at times it's going to feel as though you can't do this thing called life anymore. But feel those feelings, know that they're valid, know that your existence is valid. So I'm telling you to take up that space because it is yours. Take up that graduation ceremony because this is ours. Speak your mind and force yourself to be heard. Chase your passion and you will change the world. And be proud of yourself because you survived another day and you survived college. And you will survive the next thing that comes your way. Ya no es si se puede, pero si se pudo. Gracias y cuídense. Thank you and take care of yourselves.
Thank you very much, Valeria. At Commencement, we honor all of you, our graduating students, and we celebrate your achievements and your promise. You will be tomorrow's leaders, entrepreneurs, creative artists, public servants, and much more. We also, on this day, invite as keynote speakers people who model the highest ideals of leadership, creativity, and excellence. So it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce such a person to you as today's keynote speaker, Professor of Creative Writing and English, Julie Schumacher. Professor Schumacher graduated from Oberlin College and from Cornell University with an MFA in fiction. She is the author of 10 books, including Dear Committee Members, a national bestseller and the winner of the Thurber Prize for American Humor. She is the first woman to have won the Thurber Prize, one of the highest recognitions of humor writing in the United States. Her stories and essays have appeared in the New York Times, The Atlantic, The Best American Short Stories, The Chronicle of Higher Education, and many, many other publications. Professor Schumacher has been a finalist for both the PEN/Hemingway Award and the Minnesota Book Award. She is also a CLA Scholar of the College, an honor reserved for the college's most distinguished faculty members. So please join me in welcoming Professor Julie Schumacher.
Thank you very much, and hello and congratulations to the grads of 2019. I'm very honored to be here with you. I do want to say it's intriguing that the university has invited a writer of satire, a person who has recently made her career out of skewering university life, to deliver your commencement address, but that is what happened, so here we are. I write novels and short stories, and I teach creative writing here at the U. A significant portion of my job is to encourage students to daydream, to make stuff up. Over the course of a semester, when I teach fiction writing, I emphasize three things. First, originality. I ask students to tell me what the typical way of tackling an assignment might be. Then I tell them they're not allowed to do that. I tell them they need to find a different way, to find a new path. Sometimes I drive this point home by tormenting students with writing exercises. For example, you can try this at home. Describe a body of water without using the letter E. Or invent a word that doesn't exist, then use it persuasively in a sentence. Years ago in a restaurant, I opened a fortune cookie and found inside of it a slip of paper that said, "Write your own story. Don't let others write it for you." And that's been a sort of motto for me ever since. The second thing I emphasize when teaching the writing of fiction is that character matters more than plot. Plot in a work of fiction is obviously important. It provides a scaffolding for the narrative. But it's character that gives a story its meaning. Character that brings a plot to life. Let me give you an example. Hermione Granger, Albus Dumbledore, Severus Snape. J.K. Rowling was a master of plot in her 7 novels, but it's her astonishing cast of characters that makes the books so memorable. We read the Harry Potter series not just to find out what happens, but to learn how her characters will interact with the things that happen to them. We want to know who they truly are, and we do so by seeing how they evolve when confronted with the unexpected. The third thing I emphasize is revision. You probably all remember from your writing intensive classes here at the U that revision means the act of seeing again. When I write draft after draft after draft of a novel, I'm not tidying up minor errors. That part comes later. I'm trying to see clearly. I'm looking for meaning and trying to find out what matters. My idea about what matters changes as I work, so revision is often a very messy process. But in the classroom, I stress its importance, encouraging students to look again, to reconsider, to be open to change. In part, revision means examining from different angles the stories we tell about our own lives and the lives of others, recognizing that every person we meet has his or her own plot and point of view. So there's a very brief creative writing curriculum for you: originality, character, revision. One thing we don't typically do in creative writing classes is assign quizzes or final exams, and personally, I've always felt a bit left out in that respect. My colleagues in the sciences and social sciences regularly experience the thrill of striding into a classroom and instilling fear in their students. I've always wanted to wield that sort of power, so I'm going to take a final moment or two before you get your diplomas to inflict a pop quiz on the group of you now. Excitement, yes, I hear the excitement. Are you ready? We're going to start with a true and false section. 1, true or false? You are going to remember everything you learned in your classes here at the U, with that knowledge leading directly to a lifelong career. Thank you very much, yes. False. I'll give you a real-life illustration of why that is false. I'm one of 5 siblings. Of the 5 of us, 1 majored in French and became an editor, 1 majored in music and became a speech therapist, 1 majored in philosophy and became a computer programmer. That part always gets a laugh. 1 majored in marketing and ran her own business in therapeutic massage. As for me, I majored in Spanish and Latin American studies. I planned to be a journalist and a translator. That didn't work out. I wrote very slowly. So I decided to teach high school Spanish. I applied for several jobs and didn't get any of them. So then I moved to Manhattan to try to break into the publishing industry. The job I landed when I got there was, wait for it, an assistant editor on a gynecology magazine. It was called The Female Patient. I held that very interesting job for 2 years. This is to say simply that I wandered. The Spanish studies major, I have not regretted it for a moment. It didn't lead directly to a profession, but it did encourage me to daydream, to write, to think broadly, to keep my eyes and my options open. When I graduated from college in 1981, I had no idea where the next 4 decades were going to take me, but never did it occur to me that I would end up standing here one day talking to you. Second question, true or false? Happiness and success will be distributed fairly among the members of this graduating class, the lives ahead of you being predictable and clear. Thank you. Yes, false. I think we all know why that statement is false. In different ways and at different moments, you and the people surrounding you here today will flounder and flourish, succeed and struggle. A classmate in front or behind you may win the lottery or fall ill or both. Plot, the event that we experience during our lives, obviously matters, but it's character, the ways in which we interact with the life events, that almost always matters more. On to question number 3. True or false? You will soon lose touch with the U, your alma mater quickly becoming a distant memory. Oh, see, people are quiet there. It's false. I will tell you why it's false. Because the development office is going to track you down. Those folks in development know that this place will forever be a part of the fabric of your life. They know that the time you spent here and the people you met here will be something you continue to think about in years to come. And now that you are soon to become an alum of this institution, that fundraising team is going to find you. You can't run and you can't hide. They will know where you are. So those were your true or false questions. Now I have 3 multiple choice questions for you, and then our quiz will be done. You know how this works. You can select one of the possible responses or say all of the above. Number 1, advice often given to students during commencement speeches like this one Advice that is therefore not very original, but is still very much worthwhile, includes the following. A, this day marks a beginning and not an end. B, out there in the world, it's important to find and follow what you love. C, learn to see failures and disappointments as opportunities. D, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a great battle. E, recycle, floss, and don't forget to acknowledge the people who have helped you. Or F, all of the above. F, thank you, all of the above. On to question number 2. Proof that the time and money and effort you have put into the degree you're about to earn today will have been entirely worth it is A, that amazing job or internship you're about to get. B, that amazing job or internship you are not going to get, and the fact that you have other options well worth pursuing. C, that cool new apartment you're about to move into. D, that old bedroom at home you're about to move back into. That is, the room your mother has recently turned into an arts and crafts paradise in which she is now sewing all your old t-shirts into a quilt. E, the letter in your inbox that will grant you admission and a scholarship to grad school. F, the letter in your inbox that will grant you an evening shift at Target. Or G, all of the above. The answer is G, yes, thank you. Some of you may have gotten that one wrong. The answer is G, because that comfortable bedroom at home and the letter that denies you entry into grad school may end up steering you toward an unexpected but entirely rewarding destination. Here's our final multiple choice question. I do want you to get your diplomas. So, in future years, when people ask you what you remember most vividly about your experience here at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, you will want to tell them about A, that exam or essay you totally aced. B, that amazing 2 a.m. conversation with your friends in the dorm. C, walking across the bridge from East to West Bank when it was 30 below. D, hanging out in Dinkytown on a Saturday night. E, signing up for that class only because it fit into your schedule, but it turned out to change the direction of your life. Or F, all of the above. F, thank you again. You may have discerned a pattern here. The correct response is always all of the above, because when it comes to walking across this stage and into the future, there is never one single answer. Instead, there are endless different paths and possibilities, and most of you in the years to come are going to know failure as well as success, joy as well as sadness, boredom as well as surprise. My hope for you is that you will daydream and you'll experiment, that you'll value originality and character and revision, and that when someone asks you about your education at the University of Minnesota and the possibilities it opened in front of you, you will answer all of the above, all of the above, all of the above. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Schumacher. And now, we are at the moment that you have been waiting for. I would like to ask the following people to present the degrees. Tom Clayton, Regents Professor Emeritus, English. Christine Marin, Professor of Japanese Literature and Cultural Studies and Chair of the Department of Asian Languages and Literatures. Professor David Samuels, McKnight University Professor of Political Science. Luis Ramos Garcia, Associate Professor and Director of Undergraduate Studies for Spanish and Portuguese. Members of the class of 2019, you will cross the stage one by one as your name is read. After you have all returned to your seats, please remain seated until the end of the program. Your commencement will not be complete until Regent Simonson confers your degree. And now on to the business at hand.
Sorry?
Yeah, you don't even have to do anything. I'll just...
I think.
Yeah.
And you're going to be passing your cards.
Okay. They'll tell you when.
Oh, they tell me.
Yeah.
So who's look leader? And we'll articulate about...
Last time we had it not starting, and it was kind of very weird.
Yeah, like, I think there was some probably either the kids didn't like stand up in time or the march is waiting too long and just like,
Okay.
I was guessing because they looked like
Okay.
this will be the first one when they're ready.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry? How you doing? Good. Congratulations. Yeah. That's right.
I've got to read a message here
It's
first.
all over now.
Okay.
Starts over there, right? What?
Okay. As myself a BA graduate of this college and university, I am particularly pleased to be reading the names of degree candidates in spring 2019. Before reading them, I want to explain briefly the work completed by those graduating with honors. In the rigorous honors program, they completed a variety of courses, maintained a high GPA, prepared an honors thesis comprising original work, and in many cases, engaged in co-curricular experiences, including, but not limited to, study abroad, community-engaged learning, internships, faculty-directed research, and organizational leadership, which didn't leave much time for sleep. The levels of distinction are identified in Latin phrases as cum laude, with distinction, magna cum laude, with high distinction, or summa cum laude, with highest distinction, as determined by the quality of their thesis work and their GPA over the last 2 years of coursework. Valeria Sanchez.
Eugene Gluck.
Ann Hilker.
Sage Trulin.
Madeline Sorensen.
Aaron Monti.
Troy Pardone.
Casey Goblish.
Thomas Leon.
Vishali Verma.
Dakota Salmons.
Ashton Hebe.
John Castro.
Imani Cruzin.
Daniel Elder.
Rina Matsuo.
Francois Rudaz.
Mingyi Hu.
Bethany Hedrick.
Emma Bjorgard.
Katie Hagan.
Emily O'Connell.
Autumn Mauder.
Eric Ward.
Benjamin Brewster.
Edwin Banks.
Mason Price.
Laura Penalosa.
Devendra Hansraj.
Wani Biakweli.
Miranda Malone.
Natalie Delgado.
Jeannie Ford.
Melissa Jimenez.
Bushra Ali.
Lynn Wen.
Valerie Reyes.
Matthew Falkowski.
Jason Podniewski.
Drew Cove.
Lucas Fatruba.
Bailey Davis.
Jorge Espinoza.
Alexandra Smith.
Nathaniel Anderson.
Hannah Ovchartin.
Samuel Roberto.
Kelly Bush.
Kimberly Washington.
Miguel Octavio.
Wilson Veye.
Isabella Murray.
Tina Tram.
Catherine Drakulik.
Lindsay Davis.
Nara Maureen.
Haley Olmstead.
Louise
Jolie
Ka
Mae
Yu-
Vibar.
Louise Ka Yu Lau.
Rachel Shumway.
Stacy Alfaro.
James Han.
Casey Nyaribo.
Eric Youngquist.
Danyang
Jameson
Chen.
Collins. Kelvin Jacobson.
Kaylin Zheng.
Carmen Santana Gonzalez.
Samantha Deering.
Kira Ostergaard.
Madison Murphy.
Arim Han.
Ophelia Zhang.
Da Sol Chung.
Taryn Hurley.
Erica Ludorf.
Haley Deers.
Zhangjian Choi.
Erica Jiun Lee.
Mara Nightingale.
Unhei Im.
Savannah Sims.
Donghee Im.
Jillian McMahon.
Taanish Sumar.
Maggie Foley.
Margaret Humsey.
Johanna Villa.
Braden Henderson.
Allison Kilbasa.
Maya Bloomberg.
Anna Claire Lynn.
Sydney Mueller.
Shatyan Jordan.
Bailey Anderson.
Dawson Hill.
Morgan Benth.
Yuna Kim.
Molly Brown.
Maimee Lee.
Lucia Stiles.
Kia Lore.
Nicholas Hudacek.
Jesse Hill. Truth.
Benjamin Fellerman.
Dina Lee Ramirez.
Brina Marusik.
Helmont Persol. Dominique Johnson.
Eileen Isles.
Amanda Teason.
Micah Rubidoux.
Josh Disney.
Jack Sullivan.
Chloe Herzog.
Abby Cooper.
Marissa Cordo.
Ann Petrick.
Hunter Thronson, magna cum laude.
Na Shu.
Katono Sakai.
Jane Bolweg.
Abdurrahman Haji Awais.
Kathleen Fuel.
Amal Muhammad.
Katie Kumaro.
Fadumo Haji Awais.
Eileen Leach.
Muna Hassan. Ebtisam Weiss.
Sarah Jane Teal.
Zamzam Haley.
Kayla Juarez.
Hafsa Madi.
Genevieve Vickers.
Lucky Eden.
Ailey Patel, summa cum laude.
Amran Noor.
Kendall Edstrom, summa cum laude.
Azahar Mohammed.
Libby Herman.
Ilhan Mohammed.
Faye B. Chan.
Shukri Elmi.
Liam McLaughlin.
Faduma Ali.
Samantha Maryhugh.
Sarva Sunaine.
Gabriel Blackburn.
Katie Hurlichka.
Daona Lewis.
Y.E. Yeong.
Yasmin Lafleur.
Fang Chi Wu.
Lamika Fondren.
Keo Chien.
Lamika Fondren. Zaria Fongge.
Eric Eldridge Fun.
Helen Du.
Timothy Starman. Michaela Isaacson.
Jack Warwick.
Sydney Powell.
Dijon McCain.
Kimberly Delvo.
Jonathan Johnson.
Alyssa Riley.
Valencia Owens.
Ariana Olsen.
Anya Nicole Rea.
Amy Tran.
Brian Fotso.
Claire Levar.
Shanique Wright.
Eileen Rohan.
Sophie Albrechtsen.
Felicia Herlavy.
Madeline Castro.
Tama Lewandowski.
Gu Hel Lee. Motohiro
Daria-
Nikiwushi.
Dara Karras.
Bailey Johnson.
Emily Schmaltz.
Brianna Stewart.
Haley Haverfield.
Euben Kang.
Jennifer Madden.
Eileen Winston.
Luke Callender.
Bianca Soaguillo.
Emily Koenig.
Dylan Wolfock.
Logan Snyder.
Karine Nabham.
Erica Barnett.
Hannah Wilson.
Julia Moturi.
Jack Ciatarelli.
Lauren Bassett.
Thomas Sledent.
Madeline Mills.
Nick Kastner.
Alexandra Thompson.
Peter Maple.
John Bilbo.
Nathan Upsog.
Molly Shiro.
Catherine Rosnow.
Ashley Soroka.
Hannah Thompson.
Lindsay Chase.
Matthew Fergus.
Jacqueline Tano.
Cameron Schaefer.
Mark Musatov.
Emily Bertrand.
Emily Watney.
Samantha Pavat.
Christy Westerbeck.
Lexi Krugel.
Anika Homestead.
Nicole Miller.
Samuel Bullard.
Kelly Oshoki.
Christine Ha.
Kathleen Johnson.
Charlotte Christensen.
Lisa Hilliard, summa cum laude.
Avery Bame.
Michelle Bay.
Anne Marie Hill.
Rosie Johnson.
Hannah Barley.
Alison Dietz.
Coco Mandel.
Emily Gray.
Erica Mahoney.
Emily Gilbert.
Haley Rose.
Jerry Thomas Peterson.
Noemi Hedrick.
Susan Hildebrandt.
Riley Cole.
Yuffie Hu.
Marcus Virginia.
Amber Castellano.
Alexander Stanisic, summa cum laude.
Amber Ressler.
Alan Witkowski.
Madison Kozlowski.
Sarah Overholt.
Madeline Herbrand.
Christiana Klammer, summa cum laude.
Savannah Heigo.
Ruby Hoagland.
Micaela Yarosh, summa cum laude.
Elise Haven.
Kelly McCrimmon. Edward Weinstein.
Asha Koritala, summa cum laude.
Kathleen Newberger.
Hannah Schultz.
Kayla Smith.
Matthew Edgar.
Nana Aforo.
Dakota Snewstead.
Frederica Simmons, summa cum laude.
Tyler Bratton.
Carly Odegaard.
Brandon Nochold.
Jason Holland.
Sophia Hendricks.
Harriet Metzdorf.
Kara McCrease.
Anna Thomas.
Kelly Dillon.
Megan
Kevin
Fox.
Nelson. Nicole Prock.
Sandra Owusu.
Hannah Lay.
Maverick Johnson.
Montana Day.
Joe Amble.
Madeline Johnson.
Morgan Dietz.
Madison Engstrom.
Cassandra Finnegan.
Carolyn Sullivan.
Sarah Hughes.
Madeline Quickstad.
Louise Harry.
Greta Fix.
Alec Cuthbert.
Emily Peterson.
Hannah Brady.
Kelly Henning.
Elise Yarik.
Jessica Schatz, summa cum laude.
Hannah Beckman.
Allison Stendler.
Penjiang Lee.
Lauren Prodol.
Wonjang
Prodell.
Huang.
Brenna Mertis.
Ashley Cope.
Victoria Lucchese.
Suzanne Pagel, summa cum laude.
Brianna Montgomery.
Haley Kessel, summa cum laude.
Amy Cummings.
Lizeth Diaz Rodriguez.
Kyuho Horn.
Sarah Schaust.
John Mello.
Nathan Ernst.
Chelsea Spencer.
Kelly Glynn.
Joseph Lund.
Michaelo Toninato.
Evan Humphreys.
Kim Vu.
Zachary Day.
Michaela Kane.
Emily Fusco.
Wendy Zhang.
Brian Reichert.
Harlequin Mao.
Ashley Frisk.
Christy Escoto.
Haley Brandt.
Jessely Galindez.
Sarah Schmoller, summa cum laude.
Josepha Kaler.
Alexis Johnson.
Caitlin Steyer.
Sydney Michael, summa cum laude.
Alice Bleasy.
Emma Conrad.
Allie Haggerty.
Alicia Jansen.
Brianna Johnson.
Raya Kataina.
Haley Burgess.
Jessica Hart.
Jonathan Roberts.
Erica Copeland.
Britt Cullender.
Raquel Johnson.
Niela Andrea Tan Lachica.
Celine Anaya.
Rachel Ogle.
Brittany Haller.
Kelly Allen.
Sydney Mayer.
Izzy Lunau.
Lauren Shannon.
Olivia Rizak.
Samuel Pickering, summa cum laude.
Sophie Stevens.
Bryce Witham.
Grace Stewart.
Bronson Dovich. Jacob Sachs.
Alex Bellis.
Aloyna Link.
Kayla Martin.
Alicia Ruminski,
Nehun Kim,
Meredith Evanson,
Sohyun Yan,
Michaela Schultz,
Jennifer Trong,
Hannah Bowman,
Bernison Wheeler,
Ho-Yi Park,
Marwa Ibrahim,
Nicole Jessel,
Sabrina Bowie,
Parker Lovinger,
Serena Rutledge,
Austin Ruport,
Maddie Canny,
Victoria Wood,
Maya Kay,
Molly McGuire,
Harry
Onwa
Hagedorn,
Win. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Ella Hurley.
Zainab Madar,
Elizabeth Hunter.
Joshua Hodge,
Nicholas Ludgate.
Aaron Baker,
Emma Malek Eltag.
Grace McClintock, summa cum laude,
Aaron Wilburn.
Emily Vong,
Ilyana Tisdall.
Arlie Hong,
Madeline Mayworm.
Madeline Brown,
Ellen Anderson.
Morgan Wishdot,
Sydney Elliott.
Ella Koshman,
Anna Bearden. Aaron Taylor.
Jamie Oberman,
Sophia Takano.
Michaela Borchert,
Sarah Machi.
Chloe Collignon,
Samantha Freeman.
Frankie Doe,
Andrea Taylor.
Cassandra Nelson,
Emma Chaplinsky.
Morgan McIntyre,
Elizabeth Deacon.
Natasha Monska,
Jacqueline Karisny.
Elena Kolbreck, summa cum laude,
Brenna Voss.
Michael Chu, magna cum laude,
Nicole Denman.
Matthew Pilmer,
Sophia Fenlon.
Claire Miller,
Anusha Gayatri Damera.
Ava Lambert,
Jacqueline Hansen.
Francois Herwood,
Victoria Charlson.
Emily Green,
Margaret Wirba, summa cum laude.
Anika Rose,
Lydia Shriver.
Aubrey Trechek,
Carissa Wright.
Rebecca O'Neill,
Timothy Van Goody.
Tia Matthew,
Cassandra Nales,
Logan
magna
Carola,
cum laude.
Amy Heseltine,
Carly Weld.
Annie Dusher,
Sarah Gribino.
Hailey Schmeichler,
Shailene Leckett.
Amanda Mesher, summa cum laude,
Veronica Rasmussen, summa cum laude.
Levi Invak,
Alexa Bryan.
Nabil Esparza,
Ananya Putrevu.
Christina Miu,
Chin Hong Ma.
Ojindamola Itabigi,
Dongwa
Forrest
Seo.
Casey,
Dongwa Seo.
Sihan Shu,
Gerald Jong Yao
Tristan Deller Setter,
Danielle Kleiber.
Oliver Hager,
Holly Hackenmiller.
Leah Rovelder,
Taylor Webkey.
Ingrid Werner,
Rachel Elke.
Riley Riggenbaugh,
Amelia Parker.
Adam Baker,
Aaron Burns.
Erin Griffin.
Molly Quakenut.
Madison Smiley, summa cum laude.
Daniel Wolf.
Gina Nicolai.
Alex Altozer.
Caitlin Vailers.
Mallory Fritsch.
Katie McNan.
Christopher Pritchard.
Laura Schreiber.
Brock Splowski.
Brianna Smiley.
Grace Baldwin.
Alexandra Blank.
Samuel Legursky.
Caroline Allen.
Carly Bosch.
Mars Smith.
Abigail Rickdick.
Rachel Norgard.
Joanne Moore, summa cum laude.
Reese Vonnebiel.
Hannah Rickard.
Emily Seyfried.
Hannah Lee.
Ganon Ragus.
Karina Pint.
Michelle Ringi.
Malin Jones.
Amber Nazers.
Tianyuan Huang.
Elizabeth Pascusi.
Ray Huang.
Rachel Ripple.
Logan Ort.
Nasrin Ali.
Sydney Kay.
Sorry. Cynthia Cao.
Emma Karras.
Patricia Casalvilla Torres.
Meg O'Brien.
Margarita Rudenko.
Madeline Kelly.
Tenzin Dacon.
Jamie Hoverson.
Jada Daniel.
Megan Engel.
Ravi Mahamud.
Sarah Peterson.
Shona Langring.
Jasmine Peterson.
Dom Dejarlais.
Joseph Christo.
Molly Dong.
Zachary Marin.
Jeffrey McHugh.
Daniel House.
Eleftheria Haramas.
Chandler Elsbecker.
Marisa Bollinger.
Hannah Bramer, summa cum laude.
Anja Balki.
Paris Grabeel,
Kaylee
summa cum
Kelly.
laude. Jessica Clayton.
Jamie Lee.
Melissa Woodford.
Arata Deno.
Catherine Gans.
Maggie Ryan.
Maeve Sheridan, magna cum laude.
Olivia Swartz.
Megan Lynch.
Madison Nelson.
Angelica LaLuke.
Inessa Cherney.
Marianne Friesen.
Jade Castor.
Phoebe Janish.
Claire Steffenhagen.
Lydia Crabtree.
Brooke McGill.
Hannah Martin.
Kaylee Rademacher.
Corey Gilbert.
Mary Perpich.
Allison Cunningham, summa cum laude.
Hunter Midthune.
Chloe Machinsky.
Kaylee Schultz.
Callie Hirsch.
Abigail McClendon.
Andrew Rust.
Megan Majors.
Anita Vang.
James Krim, summa cum laude.
Catherine Sprung.
Nathan Turunsky, summa cum laude.
Josie Kish.
Catherine Renwick.
Azira Mode Hizan.
Gabrielle Steinhoff.
Jonathan Jung, summa cum laude.
Riley Engstrom.
Hong Kwan Sin.
Catherine Steiner.
Chu Ying Shi.
Alex Reynolds.
Mary Lee Nyakoyung.
Ryan Anderson.
Na Ching So.
Ria Anderson.
Sichuan Zhang.
Ruby Johnson.
Shuyu Gao.
Anna Rousing, summa cum laude.
Amira Ermosile.
Lulu Bauermeister.
Natalie Gomez.
Olivia Myers.
Lois Akintada.
Alex Clausen, summa cum laude.
Kaylee Gislason.
Laura McWegan, magna cum laude.
Elizabeth Adams.
Brendan Kierkowitz.
Kate Callahan.
Rebecca Dorfman, summa cum laude.
Monica McDonald.
Melissa Carter.
Avery Roy.
Helena Mueller.
Casey Bartizel.
Madeline Brennan.
Matthew Saporito.
Audrey Pound.
Bethany Elliott-Toole.
Ben Simmons.
Hannah Sadler.
Matthew Crane.
Zarin Hossein.
Hannah Birkeland Melang.
Yu Xiao.
Miriam Vergara.
Ethan Saul Basira. Anna Finley.
Nishtha Singla.
Sarah Cruz.
Nikita Tavares, summa cum laude.
Samuel McCartney.
Kelly Dolan.
Joanna Thoriol.
Callum Lemkul Schurman.
Nuri
magna
Kim.
cum laude. I tried. Bryn Deniston.
Sue Choi.
Adriana
Kenny.
Wittrup. Jacqueline Piper.
Stephen Wallace.
Haley Levenhagen.
Brianna Shuffle.
Paige Miller, summa cum laude.
Kimberly Norick.
Elizabeth Lane, summa cum laude.
Maura Flanagan.
Molly Chinyala, summa cum laude.
Dob Sikorsi.
Emma Mezerick, summa cum laude.
Jack Stam.
Bailey Dahlgren.
Emily Fry.
Greta Schreiber.
Lindsay Howe.
Elizabeth Peterman.
Madeline Fisher.
Sophia Dooley.
Journey Murray.
Anna Fraser.
Margaret Anderson.
Alejandra Catarino Mendoza.
Jonathan Alexander.
Mariellen Matsovic.
Lillian Seichi.
Anna Ryman.
Jordan Willauer.
Shiloh Joe.
Kong Lee.
John McArdle.
Tessa Nolan.
Jana Larson.
Nicholas Albertini.
Ubay Khan.
Benjamin Grogan.
Catherine Vo.
Nasir Osman.
Uashu Thao.
Colin Wagner.
Lauren Rickman.
Emma Larson.
Zane Rosen.
Natalie Guzzi.
Jacob Sprinker.
Lauren Holly.
Ellen Eng.
Margaret Peck.
Amelia Kainer.
Ellie Shordahl. Methas Kornpatna. Parker Vallis.
Anna Wozniak.
Alexandra Walker.
Lauren Berger. Claire Curley.
Cynthia Mountain.
Annika Stensland.
Jacob Bernier. Sequoia Hawk.
Jessica Burger.
Anjula Richards.
Caitlin Ritaka.
Chrissy Pettit.
Ray Young.
Rain Michelson.
Lydia Anderson.
Haley Rizak.
Terry Holman.
Shaman Salehalden.
Jamie Ruffling.
Jordan Morrison.
Michaela Birchmeyer.
Sabrina Ho.
Charlie Gertz.
Pingi Cho.
McLean Zway.
Lydia Christensen.
Olivia Nukovich.
Maya O'Brien McLeod.
Claire Volum.
Alexandra Larson.
Claire Fokker.
Ayla Frost.
Helen White.
Estefania Sedarsky.
Arthur Tran.
Maura Montgomery.
Yuhia Lee.
Jacob Gainen.
Erlina Zuki.
Leah Henriksen.
Sigia Shao.
Maylee Myers.
Shengbayo Ho.
Haley Corcoran.
Hailey Caruso.
Alexandra Bilo, summa cum laude.
Jack Sazama.
Sophia Charbonneau.
Lindsay Verkus.
Allison Sivanich.
Tyler Shaw.
Andrew Tomasev.
David Hoffman.
Catherine Santa Maria Mendez.
Jacob Ungerman.
Cristina Morelos Quintero.
Liam Bernstein.
Kelly Delgado.
Ellie Singer.
Lizeth Rios.
Manasa Upili.
Lauren Kennel.
Isabel Cody.
Jennifer McLeod.
George Opfer.
Molly Huffner.
Gary Schwartz.
Nicole Braden.
Maggie Schreiner, summa cum laude.
Sean Stebbins.
Christopher McNamara.
Danielle Coiler.
Hugh Van Scoy.
Maria Madison.
Katrina Disselbert.
Amira Segai.
Megan Larrañaga.
Mariam Abdi.
Daru Nu.
Ashrita Singh.
Hunter Hershey.
Megan Davis.
Shenton Liu.
Mia Hilali.
Shuhan Dong.
Melanie Putnam.
Zeko Kwang Huong.
Christina Hiram.
Qinchuan Shen.
Molly Moran.
Kyla Song.
Lucas Thibault Speaker.
Ashley Fisher, summa cum laude.
Iona Tudoroli.
Palmer Hash, summa cum laude.
Chloe Williams.
Simon Batistich.
Samantha Vasquez.
Nicholas Furlong.
Katie Filan.
Andrew Capistrani.
Alexandra Tate.
Gina Pedersen.
Carolyn Carson. Grace Hubick.
Blake Hendrickson. Juan Chen.
Colleen Silvernail.
Brandy Bush-Shinking.
Max Yang.
Angela Schwarf.
Rachel Worm.
Justine Phillips.
Hani Osman Mohammed.
Amy Kelly.
Emily Cratley.
Brian Liu.
Miranda Copa.
Ashley Matthew.
Aaron Steffes.
Whitney Dean.
Samantha Siska.
Valentine Noel.
Melody Lewis.
Christina Mann.
Guangyu Chen.
Sarah Marks.
Delaney Hagland.
Samuel Richter.
Annie Nickel. Yang. Nina Yang.
Panag Yang.
Sadaf Pruitt.
Kong Tao.
Jodavia Sebure.
Jenny Lee.
Eunice Ajay.
Cameron Tom Vandergrift.
Elizette Diaz.
Mercedes Tiemann.
Joseph Bean.
Dylan Downs.
Michelle McDonald.
Parker Smith.
Thaddeus Kashuba Diaz.
Natalie Robinson.
Ellen Nelson, summa cum laude.
Tiba Abbas.
Natasha Wright.
Nicole Robinson.
Jose Savillon.
Kylie Rigstad.
Shashi Yang.
Ariana Wilson.
Molina Sion.
Taylor Rink.
Zachary Yup.
Anthony Saunders.
Puyi Go.
Madeline Maxwell.
Zlatko Kovacevic.
Ariana Maku.
Calliope Panagi.
Krista Garrett.
Lexis Stokes, magna cum laude.
Lydia Fess, summa cum laude.
Olivia Wicklund.
Rachel Puck-Shavinsky, magna cum laude.
Isaac de Groot.
Sarah Kava.
Dominic Kingsbury.
Christopher Lemke.
Brandon Johnson.
Lauren Cole.
Riley Rico.
Alicia Pierre.
Wuyu Jia.
Yuchen Liu, summa cum laude.
Christian King.
Madison McLaughlin CB.
Alec Clones. Elizabeth Brunette.
Brenna Kolich.
Olivia Waligorski.
Amelia Olson.
Taylor Vraney, summa cum laude.
Ariane Nelson.
Jane Leach, summa cum laude.
Jake Delaney.
Holly Hutchins, summa cum laude.
Eric Johnson.
Emma Runo.
Kylie McSherry.
Connor Lanning, summa cum laude. Michael Carlson.
Beatrice Jia Yi Ng.
Rachel Munson.
Shi Min Tan.
Miriam Camus.
Z Sing Lim.
Aaron Buck.
Carmen Ho.
Elizabeth Anna Hall.
Augustus Barron.
Kelsey Ryland.
Audrey Clarno.
Kesha Lambert.
Hannah Briggs.
Thuong Nguyen.
Stephanie Butler.
Isaac Fernandez.
Kayla Finnerty.
Cheyenne Leisure.
Wenting Kai.
Kelly Marson.
Ren Doyle.
Sarah Smokrovich.
Jordan Mulder.
Benjamin Ackerman.
Annika Court, summa cum laude.
Deanne Muller.
Isaac Lanin, summa cum laude.
Amal Musa.
Malika Prasad, summa cum laude.
Ikran Ali.
Rola Alasmar, magna cum laude.
Esma Ahmed.
Shivani Venkatesh.
Noor Atricia Mo Jeffrin.
Aline Jensen.
Sharifa Saeed.
Catherine Southworth.
Grant Bloom.
Haley Banker.
Aubrey Thorburn.
Sophie Witala.
Annalise Fidd.
Kira Ackerman.
Elle Mulan.
Jessica Hellman.
Rachel Quimby.
Abigail Nygren.
Erica Hermanson.
Hannah Johnson.
Julia Hamburger.
Mackenzie Bishop.
Catherine Kropbauer.
Tara Van Tommy.
Peyton Johnson.
Camille Balhorn.
Marisa White.
Julia Stern.
Anna Lee.
Samir Ferdowsi.
Caitlin Lake.
Rachel Ball.
Mason Morris.
Abigail Thompson.
Sydney Nelson.
Alicia Kemenep.
Holly Hubner.
Gina Gustafsson.
UNU.
Samantha Olson, magna cum laude.
Fan Shusan.
Jonathan Naguyem.
Hope Quatal.
Sarah Bu.
Mary Weathers. Megan
Paul
White.
Honlan.
Emily Corbison.
Brianna Schultz.
Caitlin Lianami.
Madison Spike.
Harley Pierce Ramsdell.
Brooke Leland.
Don Beauchet.
Bridget Gillian.
Michael McColgan.
Emily Rosnowski.
Dai Ching Zhao.
Emily Dice.
Devont Loy.
Alicia Christensen.
Crystal Harrison.
Ali Days.
Kasky Maslowski.
Ryan Ismadal.
Isabel Hooper. Leah Donna
Melanie
Yalama.
Isaacs.
Yahalomi.
Jacob Beck, cum laude.
Ashley Brown.
Alisa Benson, magna cum laude.
Larissa Little.
Nidia Lopez Martinez.
Rosie Rubio.
Erika Newcomb.
Elizabeth Esposito.
Mackenzie Hayes.
Marian Ahmed.
Alberta Luxon.
Elana Hoffman.
Tess Johnson.
Delaney Johnson.
Claire Hellman.
Caitlin Trefevin.
Amanda Lang. Lauren Patmeyer.
Annie Brecount.
Kathleen Redemaker.
Stacy Johnston.
Hailey Weidman.
Nathan Watsky.
Joel Wolf.
Thomas Pearson.
J.C. Bayer.
Shay Swenson.
Clayton Stoneberry.
Keith Schubert.
Cole Vanderbilt.
Jacob Steinberg.
Madeline Arbeiter.
Teresa Taylor.
Crislani
J.D.
Flores.
Wolf.
Yasaida Rosario.
Ryan Lings Wong Wong. Ian Thompson.
Olivia Nemitz. Tiffany Johnson.
Emily Ness.
Gabrielle Doyle.
Samantha Cable.
David Naguyen.
Tara Henderson.
Jennifer Fulton.
Sushmita Surendran.
Joshua Bruning.
Alec Reginato. Jan Khalil, magna cum laude.
Megan Krukowski.
Jupiter Adams Phipps, summa cum laude.
Catherine Johnston.
Jared Dooley, magna cum laude.
Gabriela Granada, summa cum laude.
Zachary Keltz, magna cum laude. Emily Bramer.
Ryan Johnston.
Kayla Yukonovich.
Justin Bain.
Bailey Olson.
Jacob Sergeant.
Linnea Holmes.
Bridget Dugan, cum laude.
Jack Noctigal.
Alan Tavo.
Jennifer Wiest.
Audrey Aspin.
Lilia Kalash.
Zachary Strong, summa cum laude.
Jason Hinkemeyer.
Joseph Jagger.
Jennifer Phillips, summa cum laude.
Alexander Schatz.
Zenis Miller, cum laude.
Ian Mix.
Elizabeth Sliceman, summa cum laude.
Cassidy Buens.
Samantha Edwards.
Connor Knight.
Megan Hoff, summa cum laude.
Troy Cuppen.
Aaron Holt.
Levi Temple.
Yasmin Hussein.
John Dorsner.
Nejma Korane.
Franklin Ellinson.
Caleb Olson.
Jordan Weber.
Susan Butler.
Mackenzie Hafter.
Maria Ustra.
Brian Rayolo.
Rihanna Brown.
Cody Peterson.
Brandon Schermitzler.
Cassidy Davis.
Faye Han.
Hannah Corbett.
Ishwan Song.
Amy Gunderson, magna cum laude.
Jiacho Chen.
Emily Meyer.
Ravi Maisurya.
Logan Lanfair.
Angie Wynn.
Sumaya Hassan.
Lucas Van.
Marianne Matt Omar Hussain.
Kai Lakas.
Habibo Ali.
Brianna Polsternich.
Salma Mohammed.
Brett Bernsteiner.
Dana Shabana.
Mackenzie Block.
Layla Bensad Johnson.
Tony Long.
Nicole Peterson.
Matthew Lauer.
Caitlin Ecker.
Victoria Putelin.
T. Ku.
Kenho Yakushiji.
Alyssa Client.
Emma Kerner.
Xiang Wang.
Kai Peterson. Emmett Bongartz. Zachary Chase.
Yuyong Chong.
Corey Verhaag.
Changu Yoon.
Lucas Kermis.
Samuel Nolan.
Nasra.
William Richardson.
Timothy Zaitzev, summa cum laude.
Jack McGinnis.
Matthew Burst.
Dan Davidson, magna cum laude.
Alexi Carlson, summa cum laude.
Tasmin Fox.
Claudia Erickson.
Annie Shong.
Seth Campbell.
Grace Casara.
Catherine McCarthy, summa cum laude.
Laura Bayer, summa cum laude.
Andrew Peterson.
Cassidy Tarala.
Naomi Rich. Emma Dalen.
Chen Lee.
Reba Lander, summa cum laude. Tessa Dolgren, summa cum laude. Alyssa Bartel. Dakota Knoll. Leif Hovey. Parker William Sturluson. Jenny Herr. Madeline Carpentier. Kevin Gordon Robles. Sarah Kujela. Fadumo Sala. Asma Gas.
Alexander Jensen. Ava McMillan. Austin Doan. Amanda Dixel. Emily Monson. Jenna Myers. Matthew Morse. Luke Poses. Michael Kuzner. Emily Vanderhaar. Samuel Carroll. Jacob Lawson. Amy Fileggi. Goldie Gopher. Dean Coleman, it is my pleasure to present the 2019 College of Liberal Arts degree candidates.
It is now my pleasure to ask Regent Randy Simonson to formally confer the degrees. Regent Simonson, I am honored to present to you the candidates who have completed requirements for College of Liberal Arts degrees.
Dean Coleman, thank you for inviting me here today. On behalf of the University of Minnesota Board of Regents, I am truly honored to preside in this commencement. To the graduates, I extend my congratulations. We are here today to celebrate not only your academic accomplishments, but also your potential to make a positive difference in the next stage of your lives. You'll be contributing to your communities, to the state of Minnesota, the nation, and even the world. I saw a little article in the Wall Street Journal yesterday that I thought was appropriate for today. And it's headed by, it says, "Dear graduates, risk and responsibility get you far." And it goes on to say, the essence of the liberal arts education is risk. Major in something you love, have passion for it, make sure you've got enough technology, and then jump into the world. That's why it's called commencement. It's the beginning, not the end. It's just the beginning. So to you and your families and friends, thank you for your support of these students as they earn their academic degrees. Will the graduates please rise? We get to do that all over again in a minute. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the regents, I now confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations. Let's acknowledge their achievements.
Congratulations to our graduates. Congratulations to our families and friends as well. You have many reasons to be proud of the accomplishments you'll be taking out with you into the communities of Minnesota, our nation, and the world. We are always very eager to welcome you back here on campus now as alumni of the College of Liberal Arts at the University of Minnesota. We have one last thing for you to do. I would invite you to move your tassel from the right to the left to tell the world you are graduates of the University of Minnesota. In closing, I ask you to please stand and join our soloist, Philip Zavisha, in singing Minnesota, Hail to Thee. Congratulations.